Thank you for joining me, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. Not everyone understands that interior design is an investment opportunity, but it really is. Investing in design will ensure you transfer rooms, spaces, and environments to their best function, aesthetic, and value. Over the last year or two, I've seen a surge in the number of people deciding to invest in interior design after years of procrastination, and they are discovering the benefits. Not only do people experience huge savings of their own time and resources, but they become open to new designs, creativity, and ideas. Being clever and getting a good team on board to help allows for money to be saved, both financially and through value opportunities. Women tend to make decisions when it comes to interior design, as they bring the focus of the family's needs within the home to the project. Investment in interior design will make the most of this important asset, your home. Here are some of my practical and tangible interior design thoughts when it comes to home investments and inheritance. If you've just bought a new house and you intend to make it your own, you will likely consider some building and internal works. These works will not only add value to your home, but more emotionally will make it a gorgeous space for you and your family to live. From a design point of view, there are 4 pillars I like to focus on when you're looking to add value to your home. The first is to review the overall flow throughout the house. Is it laid out as well as possible? Is there good flow through doors and corridors and high traffic areas? When beginning a project, we want to start from the ground up. The first thing I would consider is upgrading the functionality. For me, the key here is storage, as much as possible and more. Be sure to consider how you live as a family, live in the house, and use each space throughout. Thirdly, I'd like to ensure that interiors are finished with a timeless and beautiful aesthetic, one that is coordinated well throughout and detailed appropriately. The last but most important pillar is to make sure your home is authentic to you. Your home should tell your story as an extension of who you and your family are, with personality and charm. The idea is to help you bring the best of your old home into your new, creating a home that you'll be proud of. However, these 4 pillars will take time, forward planning, and expertise. Your project may require the involvement of an architect, whose value is crucial, especially if pre-planning and approval is required. Involving an interior designer at this very early stage gives focus to the development of the internal work, with your needs specifically in mind. The strength of interior design, finding the right fit for you and your family away from the bricks and mortar of the building. The best projects are a collaborative effort, and we as interior designers are often involved with builders and trades like tilers and plumbers and joiners to specify all of those finer details and finishes that will be executed in the project. Skirting widths, grout color and composition, flooring borders and trims, light bulbs, curtain palmets, and the list just goes on and on. Having a concise set of drawings and schedules ensure your budget is managed and stretched for the best return. With the abundance of choice for everything, from finishes to product selections, you will find that interior design fees are nearly always fully covered in the overall knowledge, experience, and savings in a project. If you were looking to concentrate solely on tangible importance and focus on renovations that will increase the value of the home, there are a few main areas to consider. A functional, timeless kitchen. Get the overall layout right to accommodate everyone in the family. The positioning of appliances, doors, drawers, and storage. The integration of breakfast bars, islands, and banquets as places to sit and dine. Carefully choose the finishes and upgrade to high-demand quality choices. These all contribute to a far superior kitchen. An interior designer can help you select options that won't date. Your auctioneer will tell you that a home office and the ability to comfortably work from the home will add value to the property. Given the pandemic, it has never been more important to create a space to privately and comfortably work at home. Be proud of your home office setup and make it a home office that you've always dreamed of. If you were lacking room in your house, you might even consider an investment in the garden chalet, which will also add value to your home. You can choose what you would like it to be: an office, a playroom, a guest bedroom, or even a gym. Adding a well-equipped and designed room in the garden will add value for you as a family and for a potential buyer in the future. So what other interior designed jobs add value? Well, look up and consider the attic space. Completing an easily accessed converted attic room adds living storage space. What about your outdoor lounging spaces? Another thing we've learned from the pandemic is the need for comfortable outdoor space, which extends from your dining room or living room, adds value to a property for resale. Finally, no matter what additions you choose to incorporate, investments in energy-efficient upgrades like heating, water control, air conditioning, and lighting all add value in the long term, not to mention reducing costs. Technology upgrades and the addition of smart home equipment will future-proof the house, adding value above a home without these features. Investing in this type of interior design considerably adds tangible value to your home. My advice, and indeed my own personal style, is always to opt for elegant, timeless design over trends. In general, I believe it's best to complete key rooms fully before moving on to furnishing the next room. This is important in getting that finished look without pondering for years while you didn't do the joinery or rugs already. Organizing the schedule in this way also helps phase your budget over time. When it comes to your own interior design and furniture budget, the splurge versus save game means investing today in the most important purchases and waiting for a few things after the fact. So, what to splurge on? Probably your most costly investment. The kitchen should be your biggest splurge, and deservedly so. Fixtures, appliances, equipment, tiles, and flooring. Everything here must be durable, quality, and timeless. Getting the bathrooms and ensuites right. Plumbing fixtures, the tiles, and their format. Include a really great shower and bath. Design advice here is essential. The front door and the windows. The style, color, and composition of these are so hugely important to the front aesthetic of your home, not to mention the savings on energy these choices can bring. Good quality mid to high-end paint will have more longevity and durability, particularly in high-traffic areas. Cheaper paints will start to show wear from humidity and other wear and tear. Well-presented art makes your home unique. Whether it's a new or inherited piece, art brings personality and authenticity. Splurge on the sofa. Test the depth of the seating, cushion bands, and structural integrity. Love the fabric finish and how tactile it is. My advice is a bespoke sofa is your only chance to ensure its size, format, and comfort as everything you want. A firm favorite of mine is to invest in curated, complementing upholstery and fabrics. You consistently get what you pay for with fabric, so spend the most that you can afford. So there are a few splurges. Now, what can we save on? Consider the non-upholstered furniture items. You can save on these now and invest in the future. Wood dining chairs, bedside tables, occasional tables, and sideboards. These are terrific value products on the shelf, which will work well until you splurge. I would invest in your key reception rooms with curtains and window treatments at present, but an option is to wait to complete other rooms until you have the budget. When it comes to lighting, I suggest investing in key pendants like dining, hallway, or living room lights. An outfit isn't complete without the earrings. You can then find really great, more affordable shaded table and floor lamps to fill the gaps. I hope these tips on adding value and splurge versus saving will help you, should you be renovating. Now a note to those who inherit a house. It is worth considering interior design as a way of helping your decision process here. In simple terms, your choices are to keep the inherited property and make it your home, to keep it and create a rental income, or to sell it No matter what you decide to do, the advice of an interior designer can bring value. If you sell, your auctioneer will discuss with you the level of internal work required, depending on the state of what you've inherited. Never spend more than you have to sell a property. The adage of a lick of paint can go a very long way comes to mind and can truly change how a house looks and feels. You might consider more work, including the preparation and dressing of the house for sale. This can speed up the sale process and indeed can add value, depending on the property and the marketplace. We work regularly with auctioneers to advise clients on paint colors, new flooring, and indeed full interior staging to showcase a property at its best. Of course, selling when you inherit a property can be tricky. There can be a large amount of administration work, and the property's location may be of concern. There may also be a number of stakeholders involved in the sale, with differing agendas and levels of emotional attachment to the home. A designer can see past those complexities, focusing on the job at hand. They can subtly manage a client's emotional connection to the dated wallpaper or swags and tails and be able to make informed and appropriate decisions which will bring value to the home. An interior designer can be appointed to oversee the works and project management, allowing the client to put their focus on other life tasks. If you've inherited a property and you plan to keep it and create a rental income, knowing your tenant is key. We've noticed from our work with developers and property owners in the rental property market that there is a great demand for luxury, high-end rental accommodation. Our experience is that most properties are now rented fully furnished, well-designed interiors can directly affect the rental return. Renters expect quality, and you might expect to spend 5 to 10% of the property value on the fit-out. An agent will work with you to clearly understand your market, to know exactly who your future tenant is. And lastly, if you've inherited a property and you're wondering what to do, be sure to keep an open mind. Don't discuss any opportunity until you've had a conversation with your interior designer. You will be surprised at the value this brings and the options it presents. Maybe you're not sure it's the kind of house you want to live in, but every property has potential, and there might be a unique opportunity to breathe a new life into an old home. Lastly, if you're about to embark on a total home refurbishment, I'll say now that I do not envy you one bit. I'm kidding, of course, but it can be really daunting. But it's worthwhile. As it so happens, I recently completed a refurbishment of my own. It was nearly an 18-month project, and even as a professional in the game, it was not easy. My advice to you, before the project, understand what time and interest you have for this large and detailed project. Be realistic and don't overwhelm yourself. Take help and rely on experts. You wouldn't build a house without an architect. Don't design the interior design without an interior designer. You'll avoid costly mistakes. They will project manage, program the work, phase the fit out. Their experience and knowledge is invaluable. Take time to work on your tastes, your preferred colors, styles, and schemes. An interior designer will tap into this, working with you and your preferences. This is the part that should be fun, and it brings authenticity. As a last thought, I always advise clients to focus on completing key rooms entirely and fully before moving on to complete the next room. This gives a sense of pride and achievement, with beautiful rooms to move into immediately. It also breaks down the project into more manageable phases for timing and budgets. Just remember, a successful home refurbishment takes time, teamwork, and talent. So this is where I'll finish. I've just touched on some of the ways interior design can save money and add value, and I hope you found it interesting. We'd love to hear from you with any questions you have, so please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your time, and I wish you all a wonderful 2022.